Hello everybody, welcome to Paul Vickery Fishing. We're down on the farm again and exploring more forgotten farm ponds. Oi! You are naughty thing. Oh, oi! Piggy! No,
Never work with animals.
Oi! So I'm quite looking forward to this one, and it's proper huckleberry fin stuff. I've got my feet, socks off and feet in the water, which is bloody lovely. It's really refreshing. And I don't know what's in it, but I've seen plenty of fish topping. So I'm thinking it's going to be small roach. Nobody's really coarse fished this very much. Anthony, as I said, he put some trout in here, but they probably all died. So yeah, there's some little roach. Expecting to get a little roach, but we'll have what we're going to do is going to get my Darrant Valley rod out. I love this little rod. It's only a little 8 foot, and I'm just going to put a bit of sweet corn just to see if there's anything bigger floating about. Just drop a bit down there and just feed some maggots off the lilies there. Oh, looks really nice, and this water is lovely. It's quite clear. Yeah. If it stays warm, I might even have a jump in. So before I got started, I had a little chat with Ant, my cousin, he's my cousin, about what happened or how this place came to being, and what a lovely place it is. It really is really nice. Anyway, have a look at this. So yeah, this pond here is on our family. It's part of our family farm, and it used to be a proper hole, and Anthony's in charge of this pond now. It's his pond. Ant, tell us about what it used to be like.
For years and years it was used as a bit of a farm dumping ground. So it was, I mean, before my involvement on the farm, but certainly probably when Dad was here. Yeah, it was a dumping ground for bales of silage.
Oh really? I remember seeing it being
even effluent, and
yeah.
It was in the 70s that, believe it or not, government advice was to use ponds like this next to farms. Because I don't think it's a spring-fed pond. It's like it was an old marl pit, I think. From
oh yeah, marl pits. There's a few of those around, isn't there?
Yeah, around here anyway.
Yeah.
Just because of the type of clay we're on, but it was an absolute bomb site when we.
I remember it being really black and dark, and then there was a couple of metal RSJs sticking out of it.
It was government advice to tip it all in there, and it was totally abused for many years. So it was just a dead pond. There were 2 huge, big oak trees that were obviously rotten in the 80s that either Kiva Castle or Hever Estate just felled in there and didn't even bother getting them out, so they were in there. And when I moved in, because the house is really just close here, we would sit outside the house and couldn't sit there for mosquitoes.
Oh really?
So it was just green. You couldn't see where the grass stopped and the pond started. So I went, all right, we better clean that out.
Oh dear.
So it was plane going over.
Yeah.
There was, believe it or not, there were 2 14-ton excavators.
What, in there?
In there, and a caterpillar and a dumper for 3 days.
How many tons of muck did you get out of it?
I don't know, but when they started, we thought it was going to be 1.5 meters deep.
Yeah.
And when they put the bucket in there, dragging it out, it's 3 meters deep down here.
Really?
And it's 1.5 meters, 2 meters deep at the other end.
Okay.
So
nice to have a bit
it got bigger, and the width came out, and so it's a massive. It wasn't just a garden pond; it turned into a massive pond. And I'm a trout fisherman.
Yeah. I don't mind trout. All fish are welcome. I'm not like carp, bream, anything.
No,
I don't mind.
I'm a fly fisherman, and the dream was to, when it was, just to have trout in there. And I did for a few years. I did put trout in there, and they were fine. But what we found was it got stagnant in the.
Oh really? Even that depth of water? Because normally when it's 9 foot deep,
yeah, but it's just got too warm. I think trout don't like warm water, and it wasn't so much the oxygen level, because I had an oxygen meter and everything.
Is that a kingfisher?
Yeah, we do have kingfishers on it now and again. Yeah, he's up in that chestnut, I think.
So what am I going to catch, Ant?
You might catch a trout. I think the cormorants had the trout. I did put some in not that long ago, There are roach in there. There's a pike in there.
Right.
There's a perch and a
There's
chub.
a few fish topping.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of roach. There'll be roach. There'll be a lot of roach in there. I hope the cormorant hasn't eaten all of the decent sized fish, because there was a lovely chub in there.
Oh right, okay.
Couple of chub and a. There'll be some bigger sized roach in there, I'd have thought.
It's really nice to see a water restored, because the first two videos, they were all dead ponds and they were on the way down, but these are on the way up. This was, like I say,
This is about
horrible hole.
4 years.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
4 or 5 years old now.
Looks really nice. You had a bit of work on the trees, because I was talking to somebody else about it's all the leaf mould. A lot of these ponds die because there's too much leaf. I was saying to somebody was actually describing the pond up the way to Precious Field, that we used to fish, that had rudd.
The little one on the left.
Yeah, some bloke, I think it was Massive Lib, one of the followers, thanks for your contribution, he was saying about that pond, because he used to grow up around here. And he's saying, oh, you need to try that pond up there on the left. And I'm like, you can't even get to it.
Can't even get there now.
Yeah, it's totally... There's still water in there, isn't there?
The water level's gone down as what it used to be.
It needs a farmer to cut it out, doesn't it?
It needs someone to cut it. We've got a lot of ponds like that. I mean, actually, this is like case in point. We should get a big digger in here and
Trouble is,
dig a few more out. But
I mean, this is your home, isn't it? Andy's house is right next door, and but the other ones, there's no financial incentive for it, is there?
No,
not
really. No,
because they're not like an angling club would pay you any money for it, or
and they're not that big. And they're also, I don't know whether they're spring fed. A lot of them are like old mile pits, and
I know that one is, isn't it?
And the levels go down too much in the summer. I mean, carp would probably be all right in there, because they'd survive, because they live in puddles, don't they?
Yeah, Carusian carp would particularly tolerant to that.
So
stuff.
you might certainly not trout. I mean, that's what the trout. I never had many trout die. It's more the cormorants that.
Right.
And the trout don't like warm water and no oxygen, so they want running water. And it's just not. If there was a bit more of a feed into it in the summer, because it's only fed by all the farm shares
the roof water, right.
which is clean. I've kept it clean.
Yeah.
But
it's
just not enough in the summer.
Not for trout.
Nah.
No.
So.
Well.
Cool. There you go, mate.
Right, I'm going to go and have a fish. Yeah.
There'll be a £15 gudgeon in there.
We used to catch loads of gudgeon, didn't we? Yeah. And eels. Anyway, right, thanks for that, Ant. Let's go and have a fish. So the setup today is nice and simple. Just going to have a little semi-loaded waggler, and it's quite deep, this lake apparently. It's going to be about 6 to 8 foot deep. But I'm expecting just to catch small roach and rudd on the drop, so I'm probably only going to set it up 3-4 foot deep, and yeah, probably a size 18 hook and a single maggot, and then yeah, pretty simple stuff. I must admit, I wouldn't mind a pond like this at the bottom of my garden, albeit the bottom of my garden is Bow Beach Reservoir and I never fished that. That look? Probably going to sink. Oh, that looks lovely. I might see if I can just catch right in front of me actually. I'm just watching that bait. You can see it go down quite a way. I didn't see any little fish take that. I'm sure there's ones down there. Right, let's make the first cast, shall we? Just plop it down there. There she goes. Oh, come off. Hey, look, got our first fish. Little roach. lovely fit. These are lovely little fish, real immaculate roach. That is the biggest of the day though. So there's blatantly quite a lot of little roach in here, which makes me think there might be some perch in here, because perch do colonise the water quite quickly, but it's only 5 or 6 years old, so I'm not sure the perch would be in here. But I suppose the roach got in here first. Anyway, I'm going to set up the little Darren Valley, going to throw some corn in over there, just see if there's any bigger fish about. As nice as it's been dabbling my feet in the water, they're getting a bit cold and wrinkly. So we are catching an absolute procession of small roach. There's loads and loads and loads. I've put a bit of corn over there, but we haven't had a bite on the corn, to be fair, which is quite weird. I haven't really been paying that much attention to it. But yeah, we've been catching an absolute sackload of roach. So proper farm pond stuff. I think I'm going to make that like my last fish. Just have a look at what we caught in, I don't know, hours fishing. Look at all those beauties. There's one nice one in there. Anyway, let's let them go. Come on, mates. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. There we go, that was great. I really enjoyed that, and the typical farm pond fishing, all nice little small roach. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.